Hello there, beautiful souls. This is Shamama Hunting Owl, and I am here with a new message for us for today, this week, for whenever it is that you are coming across this. So, I want to thank you all for being here, as always, for supporting me, and for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. Thank you guys so much. And as you guys know, we are in the midst of the end of this year, the holiday season. We've got the new moon a week away in Capricorn. We've got the solstice in a few days. We've got Mercury going retrograde. We have lots and lots of things. The new year, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. Lots of things happening. Lots of activity for people going on and around. And so I come on today because the download I received at about 3 o'clock this morning was a vision of Ebenezer Scrooge and the Christmas story and the divine masculine being haunted by the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future, and the ghost that's coming to them to bring them through this deep exploration that I've been seeing is us. So a lot of the divine feminines are not sleeping well, not that we ever do, but it's increased more lately. And the disturbances and the disruptions in the sleep and the dreams and the highly interactive ethereal 5D telepathic communication and things that are going on between the divine counterparts. Although you may not see anything in the physical world, the astral field is wild with energy right now. And so what I was seeing in this vision of the divine masculine, we've talked about the last few days. If you guys are in the membership section, some of the readings that I've done and the messages I've shared explain that the masculine is going through some shit, as always. They are being forced to relive these circumstances to understand what has happened, where they've gone wrong. So, and I say, gone wrong in air quotes because, there are no mistakes, but in the masculine's mind, as they are beginning and continuing to awaken, they're really trying to understand their self-esteem and their value and everything has been built on what they were taught by society, what it means to be a man, what it means to be successful, what it means to be a good provider, what it means to be desired as a man, what it means from the outside world. And they really didn't ever get to establish what it means to them. Like all of us, we were programmed in this mental space of being told how it should be for us, as opposed to being allowed to, decide for ourselves what that looks like, what our worlds, what our lives should look like. So as the masculine is awakening more and more, they are coming to terms with the falsehoods of their reality, the lies, the misconceptions, the things that they were told were supposed to be fulfilling for them, and they were supposed to chase and go after and accomplish. And I'm seeing all of these like conquer and like all of these very masculine big like words like popping into my field of just, they needed to exert their power. They needed to show like who they were and make their place in this fucking world. And all I feel is this tremendous energy of just exhaustion and disappointment that the masculines have experienced. And I'm really, so why am I sharing all of this right now? Why am I sharing this? Because they're beating themselves up. They're literally, what I saw was they're being dragged through their past, their present, and their future by the ghosts that have haunted them. We are one of those ghosts that have haunted them. why do we keep coming back into their field? Why do they keep thinking about us? Why? Well, we know why. But we are dragging them through this. And so part of the energy that the Divine Feminine is feeling right now is incredibly tired. The days seem very long at times and then very short at times. We know time isn't real. And so we're moving through the timelines in a very personal, I'm going to say a very personal way, because we're being allowed to manipulate time as we need to get the things done that we need to do. So there's no fear and no worry that you're going to run out of time, that things aren't going to get done the way they need to get done. Everything is divine, and timing is not an issue at this point for us. The bigger issues are the issues in timing with our awakening. And are we dragging our feet? Are we self-sabotaging our own healing? And part of what's happening with the Divine Masculine is they are self-sabotaging their own healing. They are succumbing to the fears of changing their lives. They are succumbing, a lot of them, and have. This is what they've been going through all along. But right now, what's bubbling up to the surface for them is all of this reflection energy. And they're trying to figure out where they went wrong. So in that, and in these visions of reliving, and the ghosts of the past coming back to haunt them, to talk to them, the feminine is coming back to them in the dream space, in the etheric realms, to guide them, to show them the specific instances where a judgment was made against them and they succumbed, or they went pursuing a lower vibrational desire. Or my point is, these things are being very poignantly pointed out to them in this dream space of reliving the Christmas carol, the Christmas story. And so this is what they're experiencing. The feminine is guiding this. I feel like what Spirit was showing me was the feminine is making this last attempt before closing out her cycle of holding this space for the masculine right now. And it's not to say that the feminine is not going to continue to hold their space for their masculine if they so choose to, but many feminines who are at this stage where there has been no contact, where there has been, whatever, years have gone by, paths have led them apart, there's been continued lack of showing up or growth, in obvious growth, let's say, on the masculine's path. Those feminines are like packing it in, is what I'm hearing, like picking up camp, like this is their last attempt. Now, whether it actually is last or not, I'm not saying, but what I'm being shown is this is the feminine's last attempt to walk the masculine through the issues, to highlight the things that need to be seen in the higher dimensions. This is the last, like, I'm turning on the lights for you one more time. Take my hand and follow me and learn these lessons, or I'm done at the end of this, because the clock will have struck midnight and the new year will have come and nothing will have changed, and therefore I must change. So that's what the feminine is looking at this moving forward as. Closing chapters and moving forward with love always, with respect for their masculine always, but with a certain sense of completion now, for the feminine doing everything that they could possibly do at this point to help guide. And they're being asked, literally being asked at this point to just take a back seat. Don't worry anymore. Because, for those of you who watch Steve, Steve's Love Tarot. We love Steve. Steve is funny as fuck. But my friend Jamie this morning shared with me, I didn't watch all of Steve's stuff yesterday, but I did watch one of his things. And in one of them, Jamie told me Steve reminded us of, oh my God, fuck, I just completely lost my train of thought. Jesus Christ, you guys. What did Jamie tell me this morning? Oh, that soulmates are coming in. Right. Well, yeah, of course. So Steve was talking about this in his thing for 2023. That, for those that's what she was saying. That's what Steve was saying. Those masculines who have gotten their shit figured out and have continued to shoot themselves in the foot, for lack of a better, self-sabotage, shoot themselves in the foot, are not taking control of their situations. The feminines are being opened up to new soulmates, to new partners. And, I know that a lot of us don't really necessarily like that. In a sense, we don't like the way that sounds, to start over with somebody new, but at the same time, to start over with somebody new, without all the trauma, without all the baggage, without all the past stuff that still needs to be cleared in order for the feminine and the masculine to come back together. There may very well be an opportunity for many who choose to pack it in, for these fresh starts to happen. So, and it's not a threat, and there's no like, oh, well, if they don't do this, then it's not like that. It's a self-honoring. It's we know where we invest our energy, and we know where it's best used. And the most important thing that the feminine has learned this year especially, is to take care of herself, to love herself, to be good to herself, to not worry about that outside stuff. The feminine knows, regardless of the situation with their counterpart, that they will be taken care of, that they will be provided for, and that love is coming in for them. The more they exude and just be love, that love is just bringing in more love. And so, yes, the soulmate path will be opened for those who choose that, whose masculines are just not, have stuck their heels in and decided, I'm not doing this. I'm not. And again, that's not to say that it's a permanent decision forever. This is just what's coming in and going on. And I would have to agree with those things, is what we're seeing. This is mission. We are talking about higher callings that need to be taking place. And people and tribes are coming together now. We're seeing more and more of it every day. So this is going to be, I'm going to say, it is definitely going to be a rocky and volatile time through the end of the year. And the Mercury retrograde cycle may end up bringing, if your masculine doesn't come back for the holidays or whatever, the retrograde cycle is just about bound, damned, and determined to bring in somebody from the past to say something to you. So, all right. So I am going to pull some cards, and what do I have here, you guys? I've got this Modern Spellcasters Tarot, and I have the Osho Zen Tarot. And we're going to just wake up the Spellcasters Tarot and ask for a little insight, a little clarity, a little clarification maybe, on this vision of what the masculine is experiencing. And, oh yeah, the moon fell out. The moon just went flying across the floor. So the moon card, we know there's deception, there's darkness, there's things that have to be brought to light, things that have not yet come out of the shadows. Well, it's time. It's time for things and people to come out of the shadows. And so I see this card as hopeful, a lot of hope, that, we have in this card, we have the wolfy dog, and then we have like a little dachshund, and they're both howling at the moon together. And it's very reflective of releasing. They're howling, they're speaking to the moon, they're sharing their secrets, their shadows to the moon. Okay? And immediately in this card on the moon, I see that same reflection that's in the, is it the high priestess? I want to say the high priestess crown that she wears. It's like the moon and the stages of the moon and the flares coming off of the moon's light. And so it's almost like that's the link. The high priestess holds that. I think we had that the other day in the cards. I can't remember, but it's almost like I see the feminine as the high priestess again, the guide, the light, and the masculine is howling at the moon and sharing. And that's this 5D space that's going on. But I really do believe, you guys, that this is coming into the 3D space. So the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Wands. Okay, so the moon with the Six of Wands. Oh, okay, and then right under that, we have the King of Swords. All right, so we have the masculine howling at the moon, sharing his secrets, wanting to cry out and verbalize, feeling victorious in this release is what I'm seeing with this Six of Wands. Actually standing and feeling celebrated and being heard by the moon, but having this healing energy coming in by releasing it. And then the King of Swords just brings us into ready to reveal the truth. And on this King of Swords card, that same wolf that is in the moon card is sitting at the king's feet. So it's like the wolf has howled, the connection, the victory has been made in connecting, and the truth is ready to be spoken. So what do we have? Let's put these aside now and let's see. We'll pull clarifiers on these in a minute, but I want to see what we have for the feminine. What is going on for the feminine? And I actually feel like the little dachshund in the picture is actually the feminine howling. It's like this joint release. Oh, the feminine, we have the Strength card that just flew out. Oh my God, you guys. You're not going to fucking believe this. The Strength card, the Queen of Swords. So we have the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords now. And we have the Fool for the feminine. Okay? So what I'm hearing is, yes, the feminine has been this pillar of strength, this guiding light. Everybody's releasing to the moon. Howl, howl, howl. Everybody's feeling stronger. The masculine is feeling more in himself, more powerful in his world, more truthful. The feminine is also feeling more strength. The feminine is riding the lion. The lion has the laurel around its neck. It's that same laurel that in the Six of Wands, they're usually carrying on the little stick thing, right? On the wand, on the stick thing, right? On the wand. So as you can't see, because I'm not actually going to post pictures of all the cards for this, but in the Strength card from the Modern Spellcasters Tarot, there's a snake that's working its way off into the water. It's slithering its way away from the lion and the maiden as she walks her path. So the feminine is feeling stronger as the masculine is feeling stronger. Again, this is the mirror. Okay, coming into our strength, coming into our power, taking control of our journey. This feminine rides the lion. Okay, she's on the lion's back. They're walking forward. She is the Queen of Swords. She's the queen of her domain. She's the queen of her truth. Yes, she might be a little icy and cold, but that's just because she's detached. She's holding her emotions to a higher level of needing to be logical, practical, and truthful. So she's really feeling solid in her ability to be objective right now and to not allow her emotions to take over. And this is mirroring the masculine. We have the masculine as the King of Swords. Then we have the Fool. So the feminine, what I'm seeing here is masculine clears his stuff, feels victorious, ready to come forward. The feminine is feeling strong, ready to accept the truth. And then she has to decide, is she going to be the Fool and step off this ledge? And if she steps off this ledge, what is she stepping off into? Is she giving this masculine another chance? Is she stepping off into a completely new future for herself? So let's see. Let us pull some clarifiers now from Osho Zen. And let's see what we can come up with. See what the secrets are and the shadows that the masculine are releasing. See what the feminine... Oh, shit, look at this. Oh, my God, you guys, this is crazy. All right, so these cards just all fell. as I was picking them up. And so as I was saying this, what is the masculine releasing? The conditioning card just fell out. We have conditioning, experiencing, trust, and isolation for the masculine. And at the bottom of the deck, right there, is the guidance card. Okay? Guidance and consciousness with a breakthrough. Oh my God, and new vision. Jesus Christ. Okay? All of these come out for this one card. So, as we said in the beginning, and I think that's where I started, this is the masculine is exploring their conditioning. Okay? Going through the patterns. They are re-experiencing through this dream state, through this higher consciousness that they are experiencing, through experiencing the past, present, and future ghosts of their lives. They are re-experiencing their conditioning. They are being asked to trust what they are experiencing, to allow themselves to see. They are in isolation, okay? Many of these masculine, even if they are in relationships with karmics, are in isolation. They are feeling iced out and cold and very much alone, okay? They are having a breakthrough. They are seeing a new vision. These are the next cards. We have guidance and consciousness. So they are connecting to their angelic guidance. Again, I am hearing the maiden, the goddess, is on that lion. She is guiding the masculine through this consciousness, through this breakthrough, helping them see the new vision of their lives. All right, let's clarify for the feminine. The feminine strength card. What is it that the feminine is really like anchoring into? What does she need to find strength with? What is this about for her? Okay, because the masculine's overcoming this conditioning. And again, like I really feel so much mirroring. Here's the feminine. The feminine has awareness. Okay? The feminine has awareness, compassion. No, not compassion, comparison, and postponement. Okay, so let's see. So awareness. The feminine is seeing deeper behind the veil. This card is actually a split in the veil, and you see a feminine's face and what looks like a masculine's shadow on the outside. So the feminine is finding a new awareness in what the masculine is healing. Maybe she's also finding how her conditioning has still continued to hold her back. But there is a new awareness. There's a new seeing behind the veil, something that the feminine has never seen before. Saw before. And comparison is the next card. Comparison is a 5, okay, which means change. And in this card, there is a bamboo tree and a wooden regular trunk of a tree. And the comparison is deciding, understanding, connecting to the different purposes, I feel like. Not necessarily comparing the pros and cons of each tree, but understanding the usefulness of each of these things. So the bamboo, you wouldn't build something that you didn't want to be flexible and bendy with bamboo, right? You want to use some hardwood for that, something that doesn't need to bend. But if you want something flexible and able to move, you need to build it with like bamboo or something that is flexible, right? So I think that what's happening here is there's this new awareness of what the feminine needs to do specific jobs, is what I'm hearing, to get things done, to make the changes she needs. There's this new awareness. She's comparing apples to oranges or trees to trees or whatever, but she needs to figure out the proper tools. And it's not that, like I said, it's not that any of these tools are better than the others, just some are more appropriate for different jobs. And I feel like this is how she's moving forward, looking, and postponement, I feel like, is the delay. Okay, it's the delay in her journey. It's the delay that she has been experiencing in finding the full technicolor, is what I'm hearing, of her life. Like there's been, and in this card, actually this card is really cool. I'm seeing like a box inside of a box, and in the inner box is a picture of the landscape, and it's in color, and in the outer box it's all in black and white. And so I feel like this is the feminine feeling like her life has been lacking full vividness, full technicolor, shall we say, that it's been a little dull and lackluster. But, oh, look at this, ordinariness at the bottom of the deck. Ordinary. Her life has felt somewhat ordinary. Nothing extremely special. But that's about to come to an end because the next card we have is harmony for the feminine. Okay? Harmony coming in to her third eye and to her heart. Peace. We have two dolphins connecting to the third eye and bringing that energy into the heart space. So this is what's coming for the feminine. It's definitely something very harmonious. All of this coming together, okay? Everybody is doing their work. I want to just say that even the masculine who is tormented and having this really difficult time figuring out and understanding why things have been the way they've been, why they're still being haunted by the things they're being haunted by, and how they can become victorious. Everybody is coming into a place of finding their peace, you guys. Everybody. And I know, we can say this in general and blah, 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 but it's where we're headed. And if you know your truth, okay, and if you know you are a twin flame and that you are a light worker and that you're a higher divine being here with a greater purpose, then you know it doesn't just end like this, okay? It doesn't just end like that. And so Spirit's asking me to pull from the Psychic Tarot for the heart. So I'm just grabbing that. So it doesn't end like this, guys. It doesn't end like this. So we're going to wake up this deck and say good morning. And what can you share about the final outcome of where both of these people are experiencing what they're experiencing, and where do we go with this? Where do we go? New visions and harmony and all of these beautiful things coming to fruition. Oh, crap. Okay, so we have the detached card. Oh, God, you guys, you never fucking believe this. Detached fell out on the feminine, and reach out fell out on the masculine. And at the bottom of the deck is the rebuild. So, the feminine needs to continue to be detached, okay? To let go the things that are not bringing color and life and harmony into her world, okay? The masculine, they're being told. I mean, like, the reach out card is here. And the feminine is sitting there just waiting. The masculine, it is safe to reach out. 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 I'm not going to say it again. It's safe to reach out. It is safe to reach out. It is safe to reach out. It's time to rebuild. The final card is the rebuild card. It's time to rebuild your hearts. It's time to put the pieces back together. Okay? The towers have fallen. It's time to heal. It's time to rebuild. So with that, you guys, I am going to end. I thank you all for being here. I appreciate your support. I want to remind you guys that if you need sessions, I am no longer on social media other than here. So you guys can reach out through my website or email me. And I love you, and we will talk again very soon. All right? Take care. Mwah. Bye, guys.